My name's Deleza, and I learned that blood doesn't guarantee loyalty on what should have been the happiest day of my life. Mom, the venue needs final head count by Friday, I said, spreading the seating chart across her kitchen table. We're at 73 confirmed. She didn't look up from her phone. Did you hear me? 73. That's counting your side of the family. I heard you, Deleza. She set the phone down. Actually, I need to talk to you about that. My fiancé Kieran squeezed my hand under the table. He'd driven 2 hours with me for this meeting. Your sister called yesterday, Mom continued. She's getting married too. What? Brielle's getting married? When? September 14th, in Scotland. She found this incredible castle venue and... Mom, that's my wedding date. She picked up her phone again. Well, yours is local, hers is destination. People need more time to plan for destination weddings. I've been planning for 8 months. We sent save the dates in January. I know, sweetie, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The castle only had that one weekend available, and Brielle's been dreaming about a European wedding since she was little. Kieran leaned forward. Mrs. Costas, we've already paid deposits. Deleza's dress is being altered. The invitations went out 3 weeks ago. I'm not saying you should change anything, Mom said carefully. I'm just explaining the situation. What situation? I asked, though my stomach already knew. Your father and I will be in Scotland, obviously. She's our daughter too. The kitchen got very quiet. You're choosing her wedding over mine. We're not choosing anyone, Deleza. Don't be dramatic. Brielle needs us. This is a huge international event with her fiancé's family flying in from Belgium. Your wedding is at the Riverside Inn with mostly local guests. You'll be fine. Who's walking me down the aisle? Your Uncle Marco can do it. He'd be honored. Uncle Marco, who I see once a year at Christmas? Mom's face hardened. Your sister met someone special, someone with means. This castle venue costs $40,000 just for the weekend rental. His family is very well connected in Brussels. And my wedding doesn't matter because Kieran's a high school teacher? Don't twist my words. This isn't about money. Then what's it about? She stood up, collecting her phone and coffee mug. It's about being supportive when someone in this family finally lands something significant. Brielle's wedding will have photographers from European magazines. This is a big deal for our family's reputation. Your reputation, I said quietly. Call me when you're ready to be mature about this. She left the kitchen. Kieran drove us home in silence. I called Brielle that night. Daily, did Mom tell you? Isn't it amazing? You're getting married on my wedding day. Oh, well, yeah, but mine's destination, so it's different. You understand, right? No, Brielle, I don't understand. Look, Victor proposed last month. His family owns vineyards. His mother insisted on the Castillo de Santiago, and they only had one opening this year. What was I supposed to do? Wait until next year when you're already married? You could have picked any other weekend. The castle books out 2 years in advance. This was a miracle. And honestly, your wedding is just, it's nice. But mine is going to be in a literal castle with Victor's family and European aristocracy. This is bigger than a backyard reception. It's not a backyard. It's a restored riverside estate. Same difference. Mom and Dad will take tons of pictures for you. You'll feel like you were at both. Who else is going to Scotland? She paused. Well, Aunt Sophia and Uncle Theo, and probably Nona. Oh, and your bridesmaids. Chloe said she might do Scotland instead because she's never been to Europe. My maid of honor is choosing your wedding? She hasn't decided yet. Don't make this weird. Look, I have to go. Caterer's calling. Love you. She hung up. Over the next 6 weeks, I watched my wedding collapse. Chloe officially dropped out. It's Scotland, Daly. When will I get this chance again? 3 cousins canceled. My grandmother, who'd promised to make her famous wedding cookies, called to say she'd be in Edinburgh. My father sent a text. Your mother and I support both our daughters. Uncle Marco confirmed he'll walk you. By August, my 73 guests had dropped to 41. We can postpone, Kieran offered one night. Push it to October. No, we're getting married September 14th, like we planned. With half the guests? With whoever actually wants to be there. September 14th arrived with perfect weather. Uncle Marco walked me down an aisle lined with empty, white-covered chairs. Kieran's family filled their entire side, maybe 60 people. My side had 17.
During dinner, Kieran's Aunt Delia approached me. Sweetheart, where is your family? My sister's getting married today too, in Scotland. Today? The same day as yours? She booked it after we set our date. And your parents chose hers? The castle was only available this weekend. Her face darkened, but she didn't say anything else. Around 9, I checked my phone in the bathroom. Brielle had posted 40 Instagram stories from Scotland. The castle, her dress, Mom and Dad beaming, Nona dancing, Chloe in a bridesmaid dress I'd never seen. I threw up. When I came out, Kieran was waiting. You okay? I'm pregnant, I whispered. 10 weeks. I was going to announce it tonight. I had champagne bottle favors in the car that say grandfather and grandmother. He held me while I cried. 3 days later, I started bleeding. The ER doctor said, I'm very sorry. First trimester miscarriages are common. My regular OB was more direct during follow-up. Your stress levels were extremely elevated. You lost 7 pounds in 2 months. Did something happen? My family skipped my wedding. She nodded slowly. Stress doesn't usually cause miscarriage directly, but your body was in crisis mode. That impacts everything. I didn't tell my family. 2 weeks later, Mom texted, We're back! Scotland was magical. We have gifts for you. When can we stop by? I didn't respond. Brielle called. Daly, why are you ignoring Mom? I lost the baby, Brielle. Silence. What baby? I was pregnant at the wedding. I miscarried 3 days later. Oh my God! Why didn't you tell us? You were in Scotland. That's not fair! We didn't know! You knew it was my wedding. You can't blame your miscarriage on my wedding! That's insane! I hung up. Mom called an hour later. Honey, I'm devastated for you, but you can't hold this against your sister. Miscarriages are medical, not caused by hurt feelings. My doctor said stress was a factor. Doctors say that to cover liability. You're looking for someone to blame. You chose a castle over me. I chose to support both my daughters. You're being selfish. Brielle's wedding was once in a lifetime. Yours was local. Get out of my life. I blocked her number. Kieran got a job offer in Portland, Oregon in November. 40% pay increase. We moved in January. Brielle sent an email in February. We all miss you. Victor and I are expecting. You're going to be an aunt. Mom cries every day. You're tearing this family apart over a wedding 6 months ago. I didn't respond. In Portland, we started trying for another baby. 6 months, 9 months, a year. My new OB ran tests. Your progesterone is low. Markers for stress-induced hormonal imbalance. Have you experienced trauma? My family abandoned me at my wedding. I miscarried. Haven't spoken to them since.
That would qualify. I recommend therapy. Your body is still in protection mode. Uncle Marco found me on LinkedIn in March. Your grandmother is sick. Stage 4 pancreatic cancer. She's asking for you. She was in Scotland. She's dying. She chose a castle over my wedding. I hung up. Nona died in April. I didn't go to the funeral. In June, Brielle posted a nursery reveal on Instagram. Custom Italian crib, designer everything. I did math. 30,000 minimum. I called my father. You gave them $30,000 for a nursery? Silence. How much for the wedding? 50,000. Victor's family matched it. And you gave me? 2,000 for your dress. 2,000 for me. 100,000 for Brielle. Her wedding was more expensive. The venue alone. You paid for a castle and couldn't show up. You chose a small wedding. That was your choice. Because it was what we could afford. You could have helped. Deleza, you're being... I'm done. I blocked him too. In September, Chloe called from an unknown number. Please don't hang up. I need to tell you something about Brielle's wedding. I don't care. Your parents didn't just skip your wedding. They paid for hers with your wedding fund. What? Your grandmother told me before she died. Your parents had 30,000 saved for your wedding since you were born. They emptied it for Brielle's castle, plus 20 from their retirement. That's the 50,000. Why are you telling me this? Because Brielle knew. She told me at the reception in Scotland when she was drunk. She laughed about it, said you were marrying a teacher so you didn't need the money anyway. She gave me Nona's lawyer's information. She left you something. Nona left me $15,000 and a letter. I made a terrible choice. I thought Brielle's wedding would help the family standing. I was wrong. Your mother poisoned us with her obsession with status. This money is for your baby when the time comes. I'm sorry. You deserved better. I called Brielle on video. The baby was visible in the background. Daly, are you finally ready to talk? Nona left me a letter about the wedding fund. Her smile faded. What fund? My wedding fund. $30,000 Mom and Dad gave you. I don't know what you're talking about. Chloe said you knew. You laughed about it. Long pause. Chloe needs to mind her business. So you did know. Mom and Dad offered to help. I didn't ask where the money came from. They stole my wedding fund, and you knew. Stole is dramatic. They redistributed resources. You were having a small wedding anyway. You took my money, my date, my family, and you think it makes sense? You got married. Stop being jealous that mine was bigger. I lost a baby. That's not my fault. Stop bringing that up like I caused your miscarriage. The stress was your choice. You chose to be stressed, ice everyone out, move away, miss Nona's funeral. Those are your choices. The baby cried in the background. I have to go. When you're ready to apologize to Mom and Dad, call me. Until then, I don't have time for your victim complex. She ended the call. That night, Kieran found me in our yellow nursery. What do you want to do? I don't know. I thought cutting them off was enough. But Brielle has everything. The wedding, the baby, the money, the family. I have nothing from them. Maybe that's not the ending. 2 months later, my mother-in-law mentioned an article about destination wedding bankruptcies. I looked it up. Victor and Brielle's wedding was featured in a blog post titled, When Dream Weddings Become Financial Nightmares. Victor's family vineyard business had collapsed. Belgian wine tariffs. He'd taken a corporate job in Seattle. They'd sold the dream house. The nursery Mom and Dad funded was gone. Brielle's recent Instagram had changed. Smaller apartment, Fewer designer tags. Her post from 3 days ago. Sometimes life doesn't go as planned. We're adjusting to new circumstances. Mom commented, "You're so brave, sweetheart. Dad and I are here for anything you need." Just like they'd been there for me. I blocked Instagram. Kieran and I are still trying for a baby. My hormone levels are improving. Last week, my father sent a letter to our Portland address. Inside was a check for $30,000 and a note. "This should have been yours. I'm sorry. Please forgive us." I tore up the check. "That's your money," Kieran said. "It's guilt. I don't want it." "What do you want?" "I want them to understand what they traded. They traded their daughter for a castle. They traded me for a reputation. And now they have neither." 3 months ago, Uncle Marco sent wedding photos, the real ones. In every shot you can see the empty seats, Kieran's family trying to fill space, me smiling with tears. His note. "Your mom asked me to delete these. She said they make the family look bad. I thought you should have them. You deserved better." I kept the photos on my desk, not hidden, not displayed, just there, a reminder. Yesterday, a text from an unknown number. "Hi, Daily. This is Brielle's friend Margot. I'm planning a baby shower for her second pregnancy due in March. She gave me your number and said you'd want to help plan since you're her sister. Can you contribute $150 for the venue?" I stared at it for 10 minutes. "Brielle's pregnant again," I told Kieran. "Her friend wants me to pay for the baby shower." "Are you going to respond?" I looked at the wedding photos, the empty chairs, my face, the truth. I typed, "Wrong number," and blocked it. "You okay?" Kieran asked. "Yeah, I'm okay." And for the first time in 2 years, I actually meant it. But here's what I can't stop thinking about. If Brielle showed up at my door right now, 9 months pregnant, broke, abandoned by Victor's family the same way I was abandoned by ours, and she finally, genuinely, understood what she took from me, would you let her in? Or would you let her feel what empty chairs look like from the other side?